Hi, Armand coming to you from Why Boston Lake. There's a Marx Brothers joke in there, but most people wouldn't get it. Why Boston Lake? We're at the Astrological Association of Great Britain Conference, and I'm giving you the weekly forecast for the week of June 19th, 2019. It's a week about which we can say a lot after it happens. Beforehand, I'm a little circumspect. Let's start it out this way. We start the week coming off of the full moon, which is very earliest hours of Monday morning Eastern time. So we're energized by the full moon as we begin the week, and yet the moon is void. And probably spend an early part of Monday just kind of, sort of processing the events of the last few days, and perhaps even a little bit longer than that. When the moon goes into Capricorn later in the day, we start to get into the sort of a little bit more worky type of mode, and things ought to go pretty okay on Monday afternoon into, say, Tuesday morning. And then we start getting towards midweek. Now, midweek is just a firestorm of activity. We have Mercury opposing Pluto. We have Mars getting into an opposition with Pluto. We have the moon in Capricorn setting off the whole situation. Everything is contacting the nodes. So whatever's been going on, whatever's been building up over the course of the last days and weeks is likely to come to a head right around Tuesday, Wednesday. So we're still sort of charged from the full moon, and we're coming into the solstice/Neptune station on Friday. Now, the solstice, of course, in the Northern Hemisphere, this is the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year. Get out there and enjoy it. But a Neptune station, well, there's really nothing to do but get out there and enjoy it, because a Neptune station is a time when we typically don't have a great grasp of concrete Saturnian reality. Boy, you've been hearing me say this for a long time, but here we go. It's a great time for meditation. It's a great time for dream work. It's a great time for getting up on the astral plane. It's a great time for getting lost in a movie or a book or a piece of music or something along those lines. Not a great time to be making practical decisions, signing contracts, doing that sort of stuff. That's just not what a Neptune station is built for. So, be aware of that. That's an important thing. I would say Thursday, Friday, even Wednesday, even the craziness on Wednesday, you got to start taking things with a grain of salt, right? From a good part of this week onwards. I mean, we have a Saturn-Neptune sextile also earlier in the week that kind of helps us to move into a different reality. It's nice to be able to move into a different reality, isn't it? We're not quite sure which one we're moving into at this particular point in time. What I would say about this week in its highest potential is that we can take apart the reality that has been constricting us individually and maybe even collectively. We can take apart the reality that has been constricting us and open up to new possibilities. We're not at the point of congealing those into reality, but we're at the point of being able to open up to them as possibilities. That's the highest potential of this week. Now, with all this Neptunian energy floating around, with midweek, we have the Mars, Pluto, we have Mars, Pluto, Mercury, Pluto. These are very serious aspects. As I said, tensions that have been building are likely to blow around this time. I think, well, what is this going to do in the midst of all this Neptunian energy? If you've got a task to do, if you know what you have to do, go ahead and do it. If it's just a kind of, edgy, impulsive, I'm so irritable, probably, go to the gym, exercise sensibly, don't give yourself a coronary on the treadmill or something like that, stay 10 miles an hour for 3 hours or something like that. You don't want to do that either. But you can burn off some energy in a kind of, good, healthy kind of way, maybe a little bit of competition with somebody, keep it friendly, something along those lines. Watch out. Standard issue advice for June. Watch out for road rage. Watch out for people being just a little bit too edgy and just, giving you a bump on the subway or something like that. So that's part of that energy. That's sort of the downside of the energy. If you can focus yourself on a task that you're sure of, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, good days. The Neptune station, as Thursday turns into Friday, I'd say that's a time to avoid no matter what. That's just, that's a little bit like a Mercury retrograde. Who knows? Now, so when we get to the weekend, we get to the weekend, this Neptunian vibe continues to prevail. Uh, but we get a little bit of a different shift on things because Venus steps in. And we've had a Jupiter-Neptune square Sunday past, right before the full moon. And Venus gets in between Jupiter and Neptune. And when Venus gets in between Jupiter and Neptune and the moon starts helping out with its aspects, then we get this whole other side of things that becomes kind of, it's nebulous. Things are liable to look very good. Things are liable to look very bad. It's another unrealistic kind of vibe. This time it's focused a little bit more on relationships. If you're in the midst of just going out and having a good time and everything feels good, it's probably a really great thing to enjoy. It's kind of go to the carnival and get an ice cream cone kind of thing. It's a fun kind of vibe if it's fun. If, on the other hand, things are taking a little bit more of a serious turn for you and they don't look like they're going that well, then you could really feel kind of bad about things with this energy. So for socializing, I would say, maybe try to keep it kind of light. Venus is in Gemini, maybe kind of keep it light. Don't take it too seriously. Stuff could happen, but don't take it too seriously. So we start the week coming off the full moon, a lot of energy. Apply it well Monday afternoon, Tuesday. If you know what to do, keep that energy going all the way through Wednesday and earliest Thursday. When we get to Thursday, it's time to start letting go and letting Neptune take over. Chill out, space out. Get on your meditation cushion or, stop by the tavern, enjoy yourself, have a good time. Saying general, have a good time, don't take things too seriously, applies a little bit more to relationships, but socializing generally on Saturday and Sunday. I would say from Thursday through the end of the week, serendipity guides you. What happens, happens. Forget about having plans. Forget about what it's supposed to do, what you thought would be a great idea. What if everybody wanted to do the same thing, it would be great. Just, what happens, happens. Go out, have some fun. Let's see what happens. Early part of the week, more focused and driven. Later part of the week, more serendipitous and carefree. That's about what I have to say about this coming week. And I will be coming to you again next week for the weekly forecast for next week. See you then. You have to watch me shut off the thing because I can't edit it because I'm away.